A haunted house makes Cindy and her friends scared and hopeless. Will Cindy Campbell save her friends and herself from him? You'll have to stick around to the end to see how the whole story unfolds. Hello and welcome to Comedy Recap. Today we will give you a recap of the film Scary Movie 2. Spoilers ahead, obviously. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. The movie starts with a bunch of people playing piano and singing. A girl arrives in the room that starts to pee right where she stood, when later her mother comes to her from the crowd and takes her away in embarrassment. We then see Father McFeely arriving in a cab and running away from it without paying. He then meets the sick girl's mother, who tells him about the drastic conditions of her daughter and starts to cry. The father used the restroom and then went to perform the exorcism. The father later went to the possessed girl's room and met her. The assistant priest approaches the possessed girl and starts to read from the Bible, when the possessed girl started to intimidate the father. Later, all three of them started to hysterically throw up on each other. Later, the father and the priest cleaned up after themselves and then started to pray again. The girl interrupted them when later the father shot her down with his pistol. Now we see Cindy and Shorty at the school where he teaches him how to be chill. We see Ray in the locker room with two of his buddies. Cindy now met with Brenda and Alex. They all discussed the classes they had later that day. We now meet a student, Dwight, who was unable to walk. He meets with the professor and tells him to use Cindy and her group for an experiment at the haunted house, which the professor agrees and is excited about. He then went to a lecture and told the students about their selection. We now meet Buddy, who has had a crush on Cindy, but always treats her aggressively. Cindy now arrived at the haunted house and entered it. She initially met with a talking parrot who aggressively greeted her.
Too much for you, huh, baby?
Yeah.
All right, well, step off then, sweet cheeks. Come back when you want some real love.
She went to the kitchen and met with the house caretaker, Hanson, who has a disabled left hand. He guided her to her room and then later introduced her to his cat. Later, the professor meets with Dwight and asks him about all the cameras installed. Hanson later arrives and started to quarrel with Dwight. Later, Dwight went out and met with the parrot that started quarreling with him. Shorty then came and started to cool things down, but the parrot also quarreled with him. Cindy now went to the first dinner where every student sat along with the principal. A new girl, Theo, then came and asked for a chair, after which every guy offered her one, even Dwight offered her his wheelchair. Hanson now came with the food he prepared and everyone got excited. He then started to put his disabled hand all over the food, which made everyone lose their appetite and leave. Later, we see a basketball bouncing freely. Shorty and the rest of his friends approached the basketball and started to freestyle like the Nike commercials we see on television. The next day, Cindy is seen walking outside her room and hearing a haunting voice. The voice was guiding her to the music room until she met with Buddy, who threw a football right at her face and she crashed right into a table. She then told him that since she was a girl, he needed to treat her politely. They then went to another room where Cindy spotted footprints leading to a cupboard. They opened the cupboard and found a room behind it that had old stuff. They saw a picture of a woman on the wall that looked very much like Cindy. They then took a chest from the room and went away. Alex was sleeping when a ghost from her room approached and then screwed her. Ray and Brenda were also having a good time until Brenda went too far in dirty talking to him. Cindy now tried opening the chest, but the black cat arrived in her room and started to fight with her. They fought for a few minutes until the cat knocked her out with the final punches. Cindy then reported the incident to the professor, who didn't help them very much. Ray is exercising in his room when a clown doll appears from under the bed and pulls him away. Ray countered the doll's threats and started to grope him in sensitive parts. The doll tried escaping him, but failed. Cindy now opened the chest and found a book. She read from it until she got possessed. Cindy then wore a red dress and went to seduce the professor. The professor enjoyed the company until he saw someone else and threw her away. Cindy then realized that the girl from the book was telling her story of catching her husband with another woman. Shorty is in his room planting his weed plant. The plant unnaturally grows tall and attacks him. It then wanted to teach him a lesson and started to roll him in the bedsheet. It then used the thunder strike to light Shorty on fire and started to smoke him up. His friends then came and rescued him. Cindy now sat with the group and told them about the ghost that was after her. Buddy followed the professor to the basement lair and found out about his evil plan of creating the poltergeist. He then reported it back to his friends. Theo then went to Dwight and seduced him and then later stole the keys from him. Professor sees a beautiful ghost who he follows down to a mysterious room. There he confronts her until the ghost changes its appearance and kills him. The rest of the group is in the main lobby where the doors got all closed by the ghost. Dwight took them to his lab and provided them with weapons and goggles to see and kill ghosts. They split up to search for the ghost more quickly. Cindy was with Buddy and saw a skeleton come to life and decided to split up. Cindy met with Shorty, who was hiding in a room. Cindy then went running and found Brenda hiding. Brenda took the skeleton's head when she confronted it, and she and Cindy started to play catch with it. Buddy then met with them and got wedged by a ghost. Brenda ran away while Cindy shot at the ghost and rescued Buddy. Alex went to the old cellar behind the cupboard and cropped her face over all the old paintings. The ghost came to the room and got mad. Alex tried to patch up with the ghost, but the ghost tried to run away from her. Shorty met the same ghost woman that killed the professor and saw her hideous face. He then put on a shopping bag over her head and started coupling with her. Cindy and Buddy talked in the lab until the ghost appeared and knocked them both into the freezer. Dwight and Theo look for Ghost in the main room. He suggested that he goes upstairs to look for the ghost, but struggled and kept falling from it and denied any help from her. Buddy, while in the freezer, told Cindy to help him with his sensitive part to ease up the pain. Cindy agreed and gave Buddy the happy moment he wished to see. Dwight now reached the first floor and met with the ghost, who was also in a wheelchair. He tried shooting him but missed. They then rushed towards each other when Dwight accidentally crashed out the window. Hanson came to the rescue and tried helping him with his disabled hand, which made Dwight drop. The ghost then caught Hanson and attacked him. Cindy now had enough and decided to build a bulldozer and crash open the freezer's door. She then met Ray and asked him to help Buddy. She then went to the dining room and saw possessed Hanson opening up Shorty's head.
What the fuck?
Beet juice in the house. This is your brains on drugs.
Hanson escaped to the basement, where then she, along with Brenda and Theo, dressed up in a new costume and fought Hanson. Ray rescued Buddy and then helped Dwight, who told them to get the ghost on the pad to eliminate him. Cindy volunteered and stood on the pad. The ghost appeared from the top of the stairs. He tripped on the stairs and fell. He then came and stood on the pad, about to attack Cindy, who was in shock and wouldn't move. Ray came in to rescue her and tackled her away from the pad. The pad activated and the ghost got eliminated. Now we see Cindy back at school with the parrot she adopted from the house. She met Buddy and went to get some hot dogs. Hanson showed up serving hot dogs and tried to attack her. Cindy screamed while looking at the sky until this time a car came and knocked Hanson out, who landed on Shorty's car while he was getting pleasured by the face-covered ghost he met at the haunted house. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.